There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who waiting to sell. Blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us the end of parents from them. So welcome and life with African.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris who make you I can't Sktv venue. Say my journey, Tina get I say my yamu. And yes I know money, the more I you. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life with us, yeah. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombay, Cape Mount, Monserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, Sktv, it is the best in Liberia. Sktv, it is the best in Africa. And for a matter of fact, we are the best around the world, folks. Well, good evening to all of you, our followers, our viewers, our listeners, our supporters, those of you who always critique us, those of you who, in fact, now also criticize us, against us, and all of the things, you are all good. Because when no one talk about you, they have their kind of song. Oh, I don't know which one the artist. When nobody talk, that means you are nobody. So you see, I know no one is criticizing you. That means the society won't be better. That's why when people talk, you allow them to talk. For me, I don't take the issue of insult. No, that one I don't like. But if it is about you bring in your own or maybe your own disagreements in a very respectful way, and I bring mine, yeah, we talk. But not some of you who are always in a habit of insulting people, even when people post, you are there, you insult. Sometimes I want to ask some of you, why are you insulting people for? Why? Just for politicians? You are insulting, even for religious things, you are insulting. Like in fact, you want to fight for God. You are insulting people back to back. I don't get the reason why you are insulting. And this platform today that we are using today, let me tell you, people fought hard for these days to come, and today we are all enjoying these days. We all have the freedom to talk the way we are talking today. If it were by then, you think you'll be talking the way you talk. Some of you, in fact, by this time, then in fact, internet already shut down. But thank God, God be God, that we all today will have the freedom to express. So allow your brothers and sisters to express. Don't bully them. Don't insult them. Don't make it look like you are the only person that have that full authority to talk or to disagree or in fact to even discuss issues. No. First, good evening. Share the show. Today is Monday, the 24th of November, the 11th month, and the year is gradually down. winding down. 2025 will be telling us bye-bye. How many more days to go? Today is the 24th, 6 more days into this month, and we have 31 days into December. That means we have 37 more days to go, and we'll be saying bye-bye to the month of, in fact, to the year of 2025, and be welcoming 2026. So you see how time flies? That's why when we talk, the way we are talking, people think that we joke, or in fact, we just come here to judge you. No. But there are other people now who don't even want for time to go the way time is going, because they feel that they are living one of the best of lives. So the president will be departing Liberia very soon. Those of you, let me just break the news so that you can know that, yeah, your president, the deacon, yeah, the president say the deacon. You know that my deacon, I like the deacon. We from the Baptist, and with the, anytime you want to be president, you better go join the Baptist. Those. So the deacon will be departing Liberia from Morocco. Yeah, he will attend the Mindays Forum, the high-level international forum that brings together leaders with focus on geopolitics. That's good. Go talk about geopolitics, economic development, energy, climate resilience, and that digital transformation. It's good. So our deacon will be going to Morocco for I don't know how many days, but the president will depart. How are you checking all of these things? Every time your president travel, you check to know how many times that your leaders have traveled. These things are not things like, oh, you hate or you against. No. Check these things because it is your resources that is going. Anytime when your leaders travel, they don't travel like that. They travel with your resources. They travel because they are the one controlling the resources of the travel. So don't make it look like when you ask questions, or maybe when you want to talk about this thing, that means that you're against. No. You are not against anybody. That man is distractors. So most of them, their own is, some people are happy. Do you know that people in this country are making 75 USD and they are happy? There are people in the country, even $50. They are happy. Yeah, man. What kind of country is this? Because they had a politician make them to feed about. So our president will be traveling very soon. He will be, in fact, departing Liberia from Morocco. For how long, I don't know. Then, yes, more will soon join us, people. Brother Ali will be here with us. If possible, Mr. Khan will also join us on this network on today. So also we have so many, today is Monday. So we just do like all things under consideration on today. So we'll just be chipping into everything that maybe some of the things are part in the week, and the latest one are also ongoing. Whenever they break, every time, every day that break in this life, especially for Liberia, have this own wahala. So and the other one, maybe we will not even capture everything today. You will also tell us exactly what's on your mind. What are some of the 20 national issues that have been affecting you? What are the social, what is the economy, or maybe political things that are also on your mind? You will also tell this evening. But again, let me see. The Liberia National Police, LMP, I think 4 hours ago, they were able to have a press release to the public, and we will read this out to those of you. There was this accident that occurred on Saturday. Was that Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening? Yeah, I think it was afternoon time. So yeah, so but I think you're joining us already. Let's share the show, people. Today the show will be interesting. It will be more than hot. And I know you too, you are also, in fact, you can't wait. Every time when it's around 4:30, 5:30, I receive a lot of calls, messages as to what will come. Everything will come on. And live with us. This is our fun now. We're used to these things because why? Liberia is all we have. We got to do everything possible to, to discuss the ills, the good one, the bad one, and everything, to make our society better. That's the only way that our society will get better. Let me tell some of you, you get vexed, you get angry. The politicians at time will come and they will go. But the best thing is for the society to be better, for the children that will come on tomorrow. Well, Brother Ali, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon from your end.
Good afternoon, Maybon. Good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Good afternoon, Mama Labira, Aliyu Masade. Glad to be here, my brother. How was the weekend?
Well, thank God, my weekend was great, and by the grace of God, everything was okay with me. Socially, yes, we some of all who love sports, always, we sometimes have our time home to watch the games, So yeah, my list, my team play even though on Saturday, but over the weekend there were so many games, including the Real Madrid, the Barcelona, the Arsenal, and Manchester United. Oh no, Man U playing today, Manchester City, and so forth. So yeah, my brother. So our weekend for me, my weekend was dope, and thank God for that. So yeah, so apart from all of the social happening, some of the trending video, one of our people dancing, people talking about the HIV and AIDS and so forth. Yeah, but we are good to we are good, and we are good by the grace of God. How about you? How you and that of the family?
Thank God, my brother. The weekend was okay. Why the HIV business in Labra? You keep talking about it. Why?
Oh yes, and thank you. It is indeed interesting. Liberia is the only country that we don't take things serious. Even that's why the politicians they continue to play us the way they are doing because we take this thing. Yeah, somebody. Yeah. Kopama is back. Yeah.
So
So
what
yeah. Mhm.
issues in the country? What's going on? What the latest news in the country now?
Well, the latest one as we speak, the president, Maun Tikom, will be traveling. He will be departing from Morocco. Any moment from now on, he will be in Morocco or he will be on his way to Morocco. So that's one of the latest updates. But yeah, apart from that, my brother, there are so many things been happening, beginning from in fact, from the weekend up to Monday the political scene, the activities of the day, the holding and pulling between politicians, who making the airwaves, who are saying this. So yeah, apart from that, I think this afternoon we got some information about someone who worked in the office of the vice president was involved, not as seen as someone, or in fact, he was not seen with any substance, though, but according to reports, he went there to release someone who was accused of having some of the substance, drugs, and in that negotiation, we don't know what happened. When it happened, there was some commotions that led to the arrest of one of Clifford Pine, who was, in fact, the public was informed that he worked at the office of the vice president, and in no time, the vice president have to pull up a quick release saying that no matter who comes from his office or whether his wife, his sister, or any of his children are involved into drug business, they should be arrested and they should be taken to the law. So yeah, apart from that, my brother, and the latest video that training also has saw Manticom sitting on the I think in his cushion chair, and I saw I don't know, he said one I don't know what kind of person that were talking to him, and and that video is one of the latest videos that are also trending. But apart from that, my brother, yes, we are good to go. Politically, Liberia is politically charged because everybody is not talking about the budget. People are giving their own recommendation. One of the latest I have to do with Monuba, one of the contestants in this, in fact, they got elections. He said that I think Liberian government should now focus on increasing the civil servant pay to something around $500. So and yes, so far so good, my brother. These are some of the happening back home, and we are good to go. Here in Liberia, the weather condition is sunny. Out there, that's the weather condition. The weather is good.
Thank you, Maybon. Thank you for all the update, the major happening in the country. No, what? So what? What's the social issue? Socially, what's going on?
Well, yeah. So Monk is already joining, but socially, yes. I think there was social activity like I stated during the weekend. Liberians were seeing, in fact, those entertainers they were seeing at a place where they call, in fact, with this LRB brunch, and they were seeing on one of the most famous beach, in fact, having their activities there, where they were there enjoying themselves, and the entertainers they were also there, in fact, entertaining them with Gisino, also from Ghana, also who also hit the ground rolling, and with some entertainers coming from the Belico Entertainment and so forth. So they all they were there, my brother, and the day went well for them as young people who are always cheering themselves to make life uh, maybe to look good to them. That's all I can say for now. So far, I think that's the only entertainment thing from my end, even though there was some video scene coming from our end, and I don't know whether we can discuss that today or maybe we can keep that for Thursday. But so far so good. That's the thing. But more good evening and welcome.
Or maybe Monk stays setting up at the bike there. Oh, you want okay? Yeah, that video that trending. Yeah, maybe we can wait for chairman on Thursday social issue, so we can dive into that video.
Yes, because that video have its own way of handling it. Because to your talk now, so that chairman come then on Thursday, then we'll see how best to handle that whole entire video. Coming from one of our sister here that been trending. But so far, I don't know whether you have another social issue quickly before more come on. Then we'll move straight to the politics of the day, or maybe some of the things that also caught your attention, maybe throughout the time if you're following the internet.
No, the problem, those things that you just talked about, I saw the same thing on that video about that lady so far, and also I saw something that disgusting video of Joseph Boakai again and again. Or what happened? I saw another video this morning about arresting someone from the vice president office, and I also saw the statement the vice president came away. So just what you said, you just talked about, that's the same thing. So I think we can go ahead.
Wonderful. So yeah, Mom. Good evening, my dear brother, and good afternoon, good morning to your end.
Monday setting up. Yes.
Okay, good.
To the issue,
yeah.
To the issue, I don't know where we start. Why we starting with?
Hello.
Yeah, Mark. I think you have to increase your volume a little bit, but we're getting you, but you're coming a little bit low.
Wait, I think let me see. Let me just refresh my page. Hold on.
You are, okay. You are loud and clear.
Okay, now I think I'm better. Okay, yeah, that's great. Well, I'm here. Good to be here. Today is Monday. Another day to be on Sktv, another great day to be alive. We're here. I don't know what you guys playing for the day. I saw two major stories in the news concerning one of the, Wilmer Pay for the first time. I think he spoke lengthily on a lot of issues. And I'm seeing a pattern from this government. It seems that the people that tend to perform are the ones that have been excommunicated from this government. So apparently the president is not interested in making the country a success, because I heard that Wilmer Pay was taking on a lot of institutional reform, and there are elements of truth to that. They got numbers out there, and he was talking about the potential that ArcelorMittal is running literally a monopoly when it comes to the mining sector, and he talked about the potential of I think what he said there are more than what the number he gave, if I'm not mistaken, and 17 billion tons of iron ore between the Yekepa and the Grand Basel route. And if you look at the current price on the stock market, gold will be selling for $104 per dry ton. If you multiply that by more than 17 billion tons of iron ore in Liberia, it means Liberia stand to potentially gain upward of $2.3 trillion. Not billion, but trillion with a T. So apparently maybe the stand that he took, that's why the president went, because, don't forget, they're expecting to get a $200 million in some extra, including kickbacks, not only kickbacks, but royalties that will be coming to them. So you ask if Wilmer Pay is advocating for the proper management of state resources. He even recommended that we establish something called the Ministry of Resources, national resources, called about national sovereignty, wherein we can make the most money out of the resources, not only iron ore, but even gold and even the energy sector. But I don't know why he got fired, but from the figure and some of the ideas that he gave out there, it seemed like he was calling for total reform, and there are elements in the government that are now thinking in that direction for now. And the second story I covered was this presidential candidate Clarence Moluba concerning the same budget. For me, it's nothing new. These are the things that we talk about on SKTV every day. So sometimes when I see our political leader talking about things like this idea, they are not new idea. He talked about the president should record a budget that the average civil servant should make at least $500 per month. And it's about time that we got to go over the entire bureaucracy. Remember, you cannot use a system of government that has been in existence since 1822. You got to make changes. We live in the 21st century. How can you keep using the same old idea? He talked about you have 104 ministries, agencies, and commissions for a small country like Liberia. You can cut that into half. You can save maybe $300 or $400 million, pull it back into the economy, expand the economy rather than spending useless money. Remember, take for example, right? We got technology. We got artificial intelligence now. You can literally run an operation from a laptop, right? Tell me why the S on the LBS right now. Do you think we need an LBS in Liberia at the moment? I mean, just typical example. There are a bunch of them.
There are so many. Look, let me just. In fact, there are a lot of maybe ministries or even agencies that, in fact, we don't even need anymore.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, what useless. All the doors they want to take money from the budget and consume it, and that's why he said the government is too big to succeed. Because if you let me tell you something, there are two things. In this country, people hate government because government are not noted for running things effectively. That's why when you live in America, or you're running water, your roads, all the utilities you use, they are all privately owned companies that run this thing. Because businesses and private owned enterprises are noted for running things effectively. The government primary responsibility is to protect lives and property, is to make laws, pass legislation, and carry on oversight. The whole idea that government running water, government want road. No, you cannot do that because the more the government grows, the more inefficient the government becomes. And when the government is inefficient, it will only be about stealing, it will only be about rampant corruption because the operation is all over the place. And that's why Clarence Moluba is suggesting you are not thinking like a 21st century leader. And that's why he said you cannot think your way into the future. So technically he's saying Joseph Boga cannot think. You're not fit for this job. Because if you are really fit for this job, you will know. Maybe the last time we came on the show, I will tell you what happened in Ghana, right? Ghana called 7 useless ministries from the budget. Right? Not only the just ministry, 7, they got it out because they are no use, they are no value to the government. They are not growing the economy, they want to take it from the national budget. So why you want to keep these useless commissions and agencies and including ministry? Why? When you could put that money into the private sector, you could invest it into infrastructure, you could put it into agriculture, tourism, and let people go out there and make money in the private sector. Then that way, the few employees that will be left by the government, you can increase that salary, which will add more value to the economy. That's how you do it. But let me stop there for now. Those two stories were the one that caught my attention. I said, yeah, these are all SKTV talking points. Every single day, we talk about these things. So whether it comes from Clarence Moluba, whether it coming from Wilmot Pay, this is nothing new. We cover this thing lengthily all the time. But anyway, I'll stop there, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Mandia. But that's why today, when you're calling me, I think, in fact, when you even tested me today, I was on a WhatsApp call with someone, and these are same thing that we're talking to back to back for almost 1 hour. The person and myself. But again, Mr. Cannon just joined us. But Ali, I know that you will chip in also on this. In fact, these are things that we keep saying. You cannot run a system like this where you have almost everything messed up with the issue of 1980 constitution with the PRC. But again, we're here today. Mr. Kana, good evening, and I don't know whether it's afternoon or morning time, but today is Monday to our end here, and it's evening time. Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, maybe to you on my end. Good morning to my brother Mong and my brother Aliu. I want to say thank you guys for all you do for Liberia, for SKTV. For me personally, something that actually caught my attention is this whole news about the drug dealers being associated with the office of the vice president. If you look at our record, our recent history, it has been alleged by some top official of the government from LDEA that like the drugs that are coming in the country are coming from the top level of our government. And if somebody who works in the office of the vice president is kind of involved with some alleged drug dealing, I think that is something that should not be swept on a carpet. You know, imagine if this person was somebody today working in Simon Freeman's office, Mabel. Imagine if that person was working in Musa Ability office. Musa Ability's son, who is a victim of those of the drug cartels, he's languishing in jail right now. But you know about the people make it, they make it to look like it was Musa Ability in fact involved with drug dealing. Now somebody is caught fighting to release a drug dealer somebody that worked for the vice president. Then the vice president coming to run his mouth to disassociate himself. Folks are there trying to praise him as if that is enough. For me, that is not enough. I believe these kinds of heavy or big stories should be investigated by the relevant authority, and also the House of Representatives to also start an investigation into the process. Wheresoever the evidence leads them, they follow it. If it leads to the vice president, and quote me again, I say if it leads to the vice president, then definitely impeachment proceedings should be established. Because if you look at our country today, everybody crying of drugs been destroying our people. The country, beside war, shooting each other with guns, the next thing that is destroying our country right now is drugs. So whoever is associated with drugs, or whoever is alleged to have anything to do with drugs, the best thing you can do is to immediately launch an investigation to find out as to what is going on. I mean, somebody being investigated or somebody being interrogated, that doesn't mean they are guilty. But an investigation, that should be the first and foremost. There's something called in law enforcement probable cause. Some people call it prima facie. If somebody is connected to something, especially high profile people, and the government people themselves have said in the past that drugs that are coming in the country are from the high profile government officials. Now somebody from the vice president office is now have some association with some drug dealers, and then immediately the vice president could not even wait, rushing to to fire the person or take action on the person right away. People want to destroy evidence. I'm not saying vice president is guilty of anything, but investigation is necessary so that the people can know the truth. They can know exactly who is actually bringing the drugs in our country. So that's something that is actually on my mind today. Thank you.
Wonderful, Mr. Kana. So you already coming with this, Mr. Kana. I think we just start with that. Maybe to chip in on that in a few minutes, or to ask all of our panelists here, because indeed this story is indeed interesting, because according to unconfirmed report, but Clifford Pine also his work in the office of the vice president, according to the LD officers and those that were also on the scene, and even his handicap. But if you read the story, or in fact, if you read the rebuttal or so forth that the vice president wrote on his social media page, you understand, he said that attention has been drawn to a video circulating on the internet involving the staff of the group of 77. Monk, I'm confused. What? Monk and that brother Ali, group of 77, and officers of the LDA of the LDA. I just leave it there for now. But I move back to the group of 77. What is the vice president saying? Maybe they better directly work with him or what?
But the group of 77 is under the vice president.
Yeah.
Okay, so the group of 77 is under his office, so they may stay working with him no matter what he says, because everybody that works under the group of 77 there, they're working directly with the vice president. So there is no way that he can like separate himself from this guy. He work with him and he pays him, even though he under government salary or whatsoever, but he work with the vice president. And for me, I like the statement the vice president came away. This is how a leader should speak. This issue about drugs, we have been talking about it in the country, and we were told by one of the deputy directors from the LDEA that the three branches of government are highly involved into the bringing of drugs into the country. And they continue to prove us right on some of these things, and it came from one of their own government employer who said it. And this issue about fighting drugs is being done selectively and not holistically, as I always said. Today, we get Mr. Benedictson and other people, they are behind bars. Why? Because they don't have no close proximity with the first family or the president. But other people who have connection with Joseph Boakai and his children, they were arrested with drugs in the country. Where are they today? They are nowhere to be found in the country. And you listen to the vice president, he said, even if that his wife, his son, his daughter, anybody they catch in the issue of drugs, they should be their way. The law should take its course. And for me, I like the way he spoke. So this whole issue, if there is any way he will be implicated, then that's it. But for he coming up with that statement, for me, I commend him for that, and I like the way he came out, he spoke. And then we wait now for the LDEA to dig deeper, and then we see why they gave this guy loud mind for he to go to bribe people to release someone who have been alleged or someone who they arrested with drugs, for you to go to say, oh, yeah, coming to bribe to release this man. If the vice president is in it, we will know. If he will be sitting there for them to drag him to prison because he wants to protect the integrity of the vice president or whosoever is up to him. But for me, I like the statement the vice president came away, and I commend him for that.
Yeah, Mark, go ahead.
Well, I now listen to the vice president comment on the whole issue of drugs. I'm just getting the story from you, but the one thing that I know, the issue of drugs is very is systematically embedded into our society now, and I know it coming from the higher ups. You look at the route that people are using to bring illicit drugs into the country. You look at the names that are being associated. You know, whenever there are rumors out there, there are some element of truth to it, right? When you're not part of something, your name don't usually surface, even if it's said to be a rumor, right? You got to have some kind of a direct or indirect connection to something before your name can be associated. It's not like somebody get taking your name out of thin air. In one administration after another, we have seen people, like I said, from the higher ups, it been confirmed from even the DEA. It was the same problem that came between the Fadiga and the AB Kroma. We all knew it. People gave exhibit. People said that the people from the higher ups were involved into the thing of drugs. And drugs is a very lucrative business. So I can bet you 100% the people at the top are also part of it. They see it as a means to get rich, even at the detriment of the youth and the young people in that country. So for me, it's nothing strange. I know they are part of it. If you got people who will sign document to steal from the state because they believe they can make money overnight, when you get people who can bring bunch of scraps into the country and charge the government millions of dollars in the name of bringing in bosses, what make you think they won't want to sell drugs? If drugs is very lucrative and it's very fast money making, they will do that. They will be part of it. And when you see drugs, maybe you know one thing, when people bring in drugs, they always use or illegal port of entry. But now, if someone will be brave to bring drugs to the airport, you must know they got someone on ground, they got insider on ground working with the same government. And these people are not your regular people. They are the top of the top. So it's not strange to me. It's nothing new. And I know one thing, when you have political power, maybe he will get away with it. Even if he's connected, somebody at the lower end will take the fall. But I don't think he will be implicated because they are the one with power. Trust me on that. But I know when it comes to the issue of drugs, with these huge consignment that worth millions of dollars, even we saw people walking out of prison, even though they had court debt. They were escorted out of the country. We saw it before. So, my brother, it's nothing new. It's nothing new to me. Trust me.
Well, so Mr. Kenneth, there you have it. the entire news. Actually, this afternoon, Liberians, they were like, saying, maybe one way or the other, how come this name will want to be involved into drugs business or so forth? Because with this federal, according to a confirmed report, he went there to release. And the thing about it is that how will you even, like Mon just stated, how will you want to even release someone who was allegedly maybe caught maybe with drugs and so forth? Are you also
Neighbor,
because
neighbor,
yeah. Mm.
neighbor, not to cut you off. You know, Liberia, we are full of hypocrisy. If the vice president had nothing to do with this, that's okay. But an investigation should be carried out. First of all, the fact that it was alleged by a government official that the three branches of government are the one that bringing it in from the higher up, and one of the person, the second man in command in the country, somebody working in his office, going to free drug dealer. Under which directive we're doing it, we don't know. It may not be the vice president, but under the investigation can exonerate the vice president. So one thing that actually come to mind is that where is the so-called advocate for to draw? Where are they? They should be on the street right now campaigning for an immediate and thorough investigation into the vice president's office. That whole thing to talk about Group of 77, the judge is just trying to somehow push the guy away from farther from his office. But either way it goes, the ID that the guy was caught with proved that he works in the vice president's office. They can actually, somehow incriminate themselves. If you have nothing to do with this, you don't need to rush for anything. Nobody asks you yet, no investigation have been, carried out whatsoever. Just rushing to say, if this one here, even to my wife, my man, let me tell you something. In politics, politicians can kill people to protect their job, to protect themselves. So throwing people under the bus is nothing. Statement making this kind of stupid statement, that's like Mo said, people that can kill people for power and money. Somebody who was allegedly accused of selling human part. If somebody from that person's office is involved with drugs, what kind of statement are going to come here and do? Maybe we started farming. That's how they can run on the Liberian people. I'm not accusing the vice president for being responsible, but running and make sweeping comments to exonerate yourself is not enough. An immediate investigation is required unless we have good for nothing security apparatus that are controlled. We have a legislature, whether the House of Representatives or the House of Senate, unless they are good for nothing, spineless, until somehow institute an investigation into this matter. It's very serious. Nobody's saying the vice president is doing anything, but allow the process to take place. Allow unbiased investigation to be carried out, so that the people will know that one of the epidemic, one of the things that actually destroy our country, that happen to be drugs, is fight at all levels. So when somebody who is in authority is associated with something like this, rushing to make statement may not be enough. Those statements, especially coming from people that are not trusted. Jeremiah Kun said, Jola Bagai, by 2023, Jola Bagai will be going down the hill. We can never support him, but he did not want to support him, but he showed honor him as vice president. Can you this guy comment statement is capstone? Nothing. Yeah, who actually credible in the first place. That man that said Joe Biden Bree will be going down the hill. The Joe Biden will not have sense. The Joe Biden, he should put that on your father. That Joe Biden will in 2023. He will never support him. But he did not want to stop. He did not want to support him. When he not here. So the kind of element, you know, that will pass or smear test. It doesn't make sense. It's not enough. Investigation should be launched immediately, and the Senate and also the House of Representatives should start, their investigation for something that is destroying the fabric of our nation. Then definitely that person has to be investigated.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kana. Even though your line is, yeah.
That choppy sound coming from Seku or what?
Yes, Mr. Kana, your line is getting a little bit better. So yeah, thank you. I don't know, but I want to, yeah.
Yes. You see, I listen to Mr. Kane. This whole issue about you talking about the House of Representatives, the senators. We saw what happened. Even the person who arrested Quita with the drugs at the airport. What the government did, they had to change his assignment. So the issue about bringing drugs to the country, the three branches of government, just as the other man said, yes, they are into it. Where is Dominic Bala today? Where is Quita? So this, even when they carry on investigation, those people, nothing will happen because this is the government they are running. When it comes to drugs issue, anybody that is associated with the president or his children whatsoever, when you part of this government, they will just sweep it under the rug. And you're talking about the House of Representatives, the senator, these are a bunch of spineless people. Don't depend on them for anything. So even if it is something, even if it is something that the vice president is implicated into this thing, you will not hear it. And even that man they arrested today, sooner or later you will see him back to work. If those people they are into that thing, it's a done deal. Don't depend on those senators and representatives in our country. Those people, they are just good for nothing. People, they stand for nothing.
So quickly before we transition, Mark, I wanted to ask maybe the three of you about on the swift response. Because mind you, though, there are so many issues. Sometimes it will be dangling back to back. You will not hear some of our leaders talking. Like for example, the issue of the rape case involving former deputy minister, yes, Mr. McGill, up to date. And no response even from the government, especially from the vice president and from the president end. But this response more. How you see the response? Is that because his name is involved and he has to save his political life or what? So for me, let's just see it that way. And Mark, what say you with his swift response?
Well, you can interpret all you want. At the end of the day, for me, I'm not a security expert. I don't know about anything concerning security. But the one thing that I know when it comes to an investigation, when you have a high-profile person, in the absence of an independent investigation, you don't want to be out getting statement. You want to wait. You want to hold your peace. So if the vice president being number 2 in command, like I said, it comes from the higher up, from the top of the top. Why would you want to be talking on issue like this early? You don't want to, because people will interpret it like a psyops, that you want to play a psychological warfare because you think about speaking early, you will be exonerated, or we can shift our attention from you to someone else. Why would you want to respond so swiftly? It's too early. Let the dust settle, my brother. But like I said, people will interpret it as a sense of guilt. A sign of guilt. And that's how I would take that. Because like I said, you vice president, the issue of drugs, we already know that selling drugs in Liberia comes from the people at the top, and you are from the top. So I don't know, it was a poor calculation on his part being vice president. I would have kept my mouth quiet, kept it short, let him do the preliminary investigation. Maybe when they go into the investigation itself, then I will come and give a little piece of information here and there. But a quick response is almost like, you know what, let me jump in front of A and do damage control. That's how I'm going to interpret it. Because it's not strange anyway that drugs is being sold from people at the top, and he's part of the top. So it just fit the description and the definition of his job assignment, that they are the ones selling drugs in the country. And then coming in the public to make the kind of a swift response. It only add more icing on the cake. That's how we interpret it, people.
Indeed. But I didn't want to say you with the swift response because someone will say, "But you say you're not still. How come you just shouting? The people talk about the people talk about maybe going, in up interior. We always talk about the traditional way of doing things. Sometimes you see people shout, "Yeah, let go, let go, let go." What happened?
Like I said, for me, even if the vice president he speak later, he speak now. For me, I love the statement that he made. For the fact, this is a government that talk about fighting drugs. They said drugs were number one enemy. It's a national emergency that they are going to cater to make sure to fight drugs out of the country. And today we saw somebody who were allegedly arrested for going to bribe to release someone who were arrested again with drugs. And now this person, they say he's from the vice president office. And yes, indeed, even if you say he's from the group of 77, we know the group of 77 falls under your office. And anybody that works there, they work under your control and authority. So even if he spoke later or now, I love the statement that he made. And as I said, if and only if investigation will be conducted, and then we'll wait and see, because I know within my mind, this guy works in the vice president office. He won't just get up by himself. Somebody who were arrested with drugs, and everybody know the issue about drugs now in the country. I don't really know which power he really get that he will just go all by himself to say he's going to do something to get this guy out. So if and only if they will investigate this matter, then we will know who is behind it. So that's all we wait.
Wonderful. So let's transition a little bit. Mark, while we were on the show here, I think that was Saturday. Saturday, yeah.
I wanted to talk about this women pay issue, even though I didn't listen to women
Yes,
pay.
that would be our other discussion. Yes, then we just climb down for the entire day take course. Yeah, but I want to also talk about this incident that happened on Saturday because the police they responded with the police vehicle that were involved into accident mark, because these things are now becoming a normal trend or normal thing in our society where the convoy of our leaders or the way they run, the way they do things, but that move that happened on Saturday evening. So the Liberia National Police is there maneuver November 24th, 2025. The Liberia National Police regret to announce the fatal road traffic accident that occurred on Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, along the Kakata-Kingsbury Highway. That accident involved a motorbike operator by the name Peter Camara, 45, with passenger Charis Momo, 45. Both of them, they are 45, both residents of Kakata, and an NMP vehicle. Both victims sustained serious injuries and were rushed to CH Rennie Hospital in Kakata, where they were later pronounced dead. So, yeah, I'll just stop there, but I want us to pass through with this. How every time the convoy of our presidents or our leaders, time for election, time for campaign, they will go with that kind of someone will say slow, pace and so forth. But when they get in position more, they behave like, in fact, I don't know whether it's they are the one or is the security or what. But what say you with all of the kind of trending sad news coming from that end month?
Concerning what you mean, accident or how they handle the situation or driving or traffic
accident that was involved with the motorbike and that led to the death of 2 persons on Saturday evening. The police already pronounced that indeed that 2 persons lost their lives because of some I don't know, the two of them bumped into each other, the police vehicle and that of the motorbike. But that has just become a normal thing.
Why was a presidential convoy or something? Because I know usually when the president
presidential convoy
is entourage en route, the regular motorists usually give way. I don't know why all the time they will be bumping into these motorists. I don't get it, because I know when there is an emergency, the president is traveling. Usually, the other cars will get on the side. That's why I know, because you can't be running ahead of the president or any public official, or let's say vice president, especially with sirens. So I don't know how it can happen. I can explain that. Maybe someone need to go in detail. I just cannot make sense of it because it keeps happening on a frequent basis now. That all the time the president convoy or some how they call it, the EPS convoy running into a motorcycle. I really don't know, because I thought under normal circumstances, those motorists should be given the right of way to these emergency or high profile officials to go ahead before they can follow. I don't know about that.
So remember, the same reason why little bugger went and paid for $1.1 million car for your own security. That's the same reason why they can be speeding, because they don't want anybody to do something to the president. So campaigning is different.
Because
and campaigning is different because that time they don't feel threatened. They don't feel like anybody really want them or want their life. But once they get into power, they rip off their security, believing that somebody behind them to kill them. So that's the reason why. When you ask the question, why is it that when they're campaigning, they can be nice, close to the people and everything, but the fear is that they feel like the presidency is something different and people will be behind the president. Some people want to harm the president. That's the same reason why they can be speeding. But I think they can do a better job by sending an advanced team that can actually clear the road in a way that, when the president convoy is coming, like they will not be, they will not have any collision with any other, motorists. But one thing I know, Mabel, there's no present danger or security concern in the country. They can just be speeding like cowhead chicken for no reason, which is not necessary. So unless there is a present danger or security threat, or something, then you kind of like do certain thing. But my man, the other guy, if somebody coughed high in behind the other guy, it could fall off. So we're going to do something to the other guy. So the other guy is nothing. The other guy is not anything for somebody to go and endanger their life. But they just feel like they're doing their job. Those insecurity, that's what they do. They will somehow do some stupid stuff to prove a point, to show to their superiors that they are working. And at the end of the day, they endanger the life of other people. That's what's happening. It is their right to protect the president, but where there is no, present danger or any security threat, the measures in the country, they have moved from one area to another. They got to actually look at, we don't have, no good road condition in that country. Small road that you see everybody using, so it's tough. When you're doing it, you got to be very, very careful. So I think they need to be extra careful, but that's the way they do things in Liberia. People think like, doing that, they will not prove that they are working. Some of them can end up, taking their own life and the life of other people, unfortunately.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. I think you just knew everything. There's no good rule, and for me, every time when I see the presidential convoy or the president convoy involving with this kind of accident, all of the time for me, I don't even get it. I can be thinking as to who really running after these people. But again, it never.
But remember, I have a question for the three of you before you go to the news bulletin. Imagine what happened today if this was Joe Howard Taylor. Somebody working in Joe Howard Taylor office behaved the way the Jeremiah Kuhn office guy behaved. The Unity Party people, or what if this was today from George Weah office, somebody from George Weah office involved with a drug dealer. All the Unity Party people now that are sugarcoating acting as if to say nothing happened, it means nothing. What would have been their actions, their behavior towards somebody else other than Joseph Boakai and Joseph Boakai government and Unity Party? What would have been their reaction? Honestly
You want me to
speaking.
go first?
Monk can go, and then Ali can go, then you can go.
Well,
So you
that
the one running
Unity
the show.
Party, it was going to be breaking news. They were going to set it to the rest of the world. Like it's the first time in history, something very unprecedented. That's why they were going to spin it out. You know, they are very good at propaganda. So that's how they were going to interpret it. But for them, no, they will pretend like it's normal, like nothing happened. They wanted to sweep it under the rug. But like I said, the VP coming up this early, for me, it shows some sign of guilt. I'm now trying to accuse him of being involved by the procedural steps that are needed in terms of an independent investigation, or at least some kind of a preliminary information. They sort of let it dust to settle. But coming up, no, I think it more as a side than a diversionary tactic for me. That's how I see it. I'm not putting the cart ahead of the horse here. I'm just the horse ahead of the cart. All I'm saying is it doesn't look right from a PR standpoint. But that's it. I don't know even if an investigation is to occur and he's somehow connected, they will still cover up for him. They won't want that happening and getting the kind of a negative publicity that the VP or someone from the VP office connected, and maybe someone might take the fall for him. But I know that Unity Party, they will find a way. They know we can concentrate on one issue at a time in Liberia. They'll be like, okay, people will get tough for a couple of days, and this thing will be there like always. Like I said, we have seen on so many occasions high-profile people that were escorted out of prison, even though they were considered high-level criminals in terms of bringing drugs to the country. But when the people that are in power are the one running the show and making decisions, then more than likely they will use their influence to cover up for themselves. That's what I expect to happen in this case. So, but the hypocrisy is there for everyone to see. I know if he had been the opposite way around, no, had it happened under a weird government, oh, then there's a few days in Liberia. It would be all.
I'm telling you.
It would be like the second coming. It would be like they would sensationalize it.
Yeah. It would be like the sky is falling.
Oh yeah, like the war is coming to an end. Never happened before. Well, that's it. It's about how you set things in politics. It's not about what happened. It's just the perception you create out there and how people will interpret that. Exactly what they will do. They will make it look like it's normal, that maybe he's not connected. Like I said, if a lower president is going to take the fall, they will take that fall just to protect the VP, and they will pretend like this is not something serious. Matter of fact, it's already happening, so they won't make a big deal out of it. That's how they will interpret it, and that's how they will sell it out there. But we're not falling for that here, so we already know. Like I said, the early response showed like a sign of guilt to me. That's how I'm going to interpret it. So I know exactly what's happening over there anyway.
Ali, let me hear from you.
Yeah.
What do you think? You know how this thing, people will have reacted if the shoe was on a different pool.
Yes. I will speak to that. And this issue here, this issue about this accident business, let me speak to it quickly. First of all, we see the roads condition in Liberia, and I don't think it is necessary that when the president convoy is coming for them to be on that kind of excessive speed. Those people elected you, they trusted you, they believe in you, and they elected you as a president. So I think, first of all, it is good that when the president convoy is moving, wheresoever, you have to drive slowly for your people to even say, see you sometime. But speeding excessively, who is after you? That's being very irresponsible and reckless. They had to stop that. We saw it in Manasedi administration. We saw it doing our administration, Josh Weah, and the CT continue under Joseph Wakai. That's not good. They had to put stop to that. If those people, they didn't go after you doing election, they have elected you. If you think you are doing the right thing, relax yourself, drive more than slowly, instead of being on the excessive speed and causing the kind of damages. Now you have destroyed a family. What become of that man, his wife and children?
We got 1 minute before the news bulletin. Since you to speak to the other one, maybe one can go ahead and say something about it before we go to the news bulletin.
But this issue.
So Mr. Kenneth, maybe we'll come back. But I think we'll come back on this question. I think this question that you asked is indeed unique. And let me be frank, that one thing that I can really admire of the Unity Party people when it comes to politics, they don't joke. That's why you see sometimes we come here to for us to discuss national issues. We not come here for politics. But when it comes to politics, that politics is not joke, Mr. Kenneth. That's why even sometimes when they call here, sometimes when they want to be talking, say no, we come here to discuss national issues. But you want to do your politics, you and CDC, the CMC, the OCC, all of you, the ANC, you can go discuss. Look, the strength of the Unity Party is propaganda. That one, give it up to them. All the other political parties, they are afraid. So say you won't go ahead and you're
So maybe on my page, I put on my page that VP Kun should be, should resign or be impeached. You know, about people coming there insulting me. That I say to say their insult can do anything to me. Me, I like their insults. I can enjoy it. So I like when they insult me more. But I will tell them the truth. Whether they're mad or they're not, they're not mad. That's their business. But if this was somebody else, the sky will have fallen today. So we'll come back after the news bulletin. I don't know what Mabel is doing. Mom, are you there?
Yes, we are here. We are here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm hearing you guys. I don't know.
Ali can go ahead while Mabel tell the transition because I don't know. I think he's working on it now.
Everybody knew that it was Josh Weah that was bringing drugs into the country. So what happened today? If it were to happen under Josh Weah administration, probably the time that the Unity Party protesting in the country, and we told you that the people that were bringing drugs, you see somebody from the vice president office, they arrested him, this and that. Time that they protesting all on BBC. Like Mabon said, Unity Party, they are good at propaganda. But today, see what happening in the country, there's no opposition in the country. Those people, they can get duty and it's like nothing can come from LOA. So that's
Ali, let's say people like you, like from as a Jovial supporter, you said the vice president comment was enough for you. So and that's what you know about people like. You know about the way you're talking right now. You know about people will not tolerate that because you know what? They will politicize everything. They'll be very irrational. They'll be very unreasonable, and they will know the truth. They will know something is white. They will call it black. And because they see everything as politics. Okay. So for me personally, if you remove politics, Ali, the best thing to do is to make sure an investigation is carried out. It doesn't have to be the vice president calling for investigation. No, that system is already there. What are you rushing for? If you're not guilty, just wait. Allow the system to take, to take the position and do whatever they need to do. Do the needful. If it leads to you, then of course you can come and defend yourself. But you got nothing to do with it. Why must you rush and can't tell people, what happened? Calling for investigation. If you can't my mind, and my pa, and my son, and my this, I will let the Lord take a course. No.
And Mr. Kane, this is why today you see the Unity Party, they are very much intolerant, holding it on social media, causing markers, causing parkers. Because when you are in opposition, you have to be very careful what you say and what you do. Because this city will come after you tomorrow. This thing that they were criticizing, they were saying yesterday, they are doing it today. The moment you ask them, they want to cause. So when you are in opposition, you have to be careful what you say. Because tomorrow you don't know. You will be there and these things are happening. Then when they ask you now, you able to say anything. And this is why today you see Unity Party, all they do is to be on social media. As soon you thought they cause your man. As soon you thought they cause your man. Because that's the big thing they can do. Because yesterday they criticized this thing. There are so many things they said yesterday and they are doing it today. When you ask them...
But Ali, if they were Unity Party, they're going to say, oh, the person is guilty. In fact, you're going to take the person to jail, blah, 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 right? But yes. the least the opposition people can do, which is to a fair game, is to call for an investigation into the vice president. That's fair. That's not politics. That's a fact. Because if anybody is associated with an alleged drug dealer and that person is working with the vice president, the least opposition people can do right now is to call for an investigation, or swift investigation, unbiased investigation, and immediate investigation into the vice president and the whole office. So that the president can go defend himself and be exonerated. But not to say that and allow that president to drive the narrative. I think that's been very weak on the side of the opposition.
Yeah, that's what the opposition is supposed to do. But we have a lawless government. So even if the opposition come out and say, oh yeah, they want an immediate investigation, once this government decide to say you shouldn't pay attention to that, who will carry on investigation? This is the kind of government we have. Okay. These are the people that
Ali, you know what happened? Ali, when they do that? the Liberian people will know that somebody is standing up for them. The people will know that drug being the killer machine in the country. The people will know that at least people talking for but the government not doing nothing about it. At least that how Joey was destroyed. A bad thing happened, people talk about it, and Joey he did nothing about it, then people take that and keep it. Another thing happened again, people talk about it, and ask Joey to do something. Look at what happened with Joseph Parker. A convicted killer was taken jail and free and turn around and appoint her position as chairperson of board of NOCA. Somebody who was convicted for killing, not accused, not allegedly accused, but convicted by the court of competent jurisdiction. But that person was removed from prison and appointed to serve in Jovial government, in Jovial government. Hey, this was a different government. Jovial Party and Unity Party are in opposition. I don't know if we got any opposition in Liberia, man. I think
but now
yeah.
BBC, we saw what happened to the Basin boys, the auditors. We saw how it happened. So if that were to happen under any other administration, talent they not easy in the country. You see? So like you said, that what opposition need to be doing, let them speak. If the government know them, they keep it, because that was the same thing they did during the weird administration. Opposition
Exactly.
was speaking and they were keeping it. But today is that we don't have opposition. There are so many things that have been happening under this government. You and I know. Have you seen any opposition really standing up? You see? So that's what I always say is like those things that were happening in the past that were wrong today, this government is doing it. Is the Liberian people, they are not satisfied with everything this government is doing. That while they remain quiet.
Yeah. Ali. Go ahead, Mom. Ali.
The thing is, not just saying something, it's about sustaining what you are saying. When you say things,
exactly,
people process them easily. You don't just come and speak on issue one day, let it quit. Look, when you go back to the data, even the COP, it was consistent one day after another. You sustain your story. That's how Georgia thought that his popularity will overshadow everything, that you know that he was untouchable. But he forgot one thing. They call it the rule of consistency. When you stick on something and you say it deliberately, regularly, people will start gravitating to it. And that's why exactly Unity Party people did with the CDC-led government. In the case, the opposition are not doing it. You know, 1 minute here today we're talking about the budget, another day someone talking about something else. No, when you want to tie a government down, you must be consistent in your approach. You don't say things one day. No, you say it continuously and consistently. And over a period of time, people will gravitate to it. That one thing Unity Party people, I want to say, when it comes to politics, Unity Party understand politics than anybody in Liberia. They know it. That's how they've been winning election. They have done it. The records are there. You don't have to like them or not. The fact is they know how to play politics. They see everything through the lens of politics, and they will sell it out to people buy it. The opposition does not have that. They cannot do it. Sometimes it will take months before you even hear from one political leader. Maybe that's why I say everything you guys been saying, but they bucket is something we've been saying on Sktv every day. I think we are more consistent than you guys that claim to be the opposition. How often do you talk on this national issue? No, you never people like gossip and the 24-hour news cycle and the next day just that. No, because you are not consistent, and consistency is everything. You don't achieve things in life by what you do occasionally. You do things, you get results from things that you do consistently, and they are not consistent in their criticism of the government. So the government keep getting along with free passes all the time. Yep.
Yeah, it seems like the neighbor was not able to connect us with the news bulletin. I think we will just continue maybe until they finish. Because I think they are already halfway into the news bulletin, I believe. You know, Mong, you are 100% right. In Liberia, one of the reasons why Unity Party overshadow every political party in Liberia is that Unity Party play politics for what it is. Other people want to play safe. Other people want to act like they know better. Other people want to act like they know better, but they don't know better. Because in politics, if you don't call it for what it is, they are the government. They want to drive the direction. They want to drive the conversation. They want to make sure that everybody get that side of the story. And when they're in the wrong, they don't want you to talk about it. When you talk about it, they will ring on you. But you have other opposition, even though they say they're in opposition, but if Ali went and said something, and Ali is in the CDC, somebody for different seat will say that Ali is saying and believing that, but they're going to impose or support what Ali is saying. They feel that they'll be giving CDC upper hand. That's how stupid some of them are. Some of them believe if a CMC person is holding the government accountable, and you know nobody people are there attacking that person, they like that. Because for them, allowing or supporting that CMC person will give the CMC person leverage as an opposition. Forgetting to know that fighting against the government in power, that's the first thing you should do. That should be your primary objective. And at the same time, when it comes to who to replace them, then you make the case to the people. But you have to collectively join to shine light on the flaws and the excesses of the government. That's how politics works. But they don't see it like that. Mo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. And that's exactly what happened. Like I said, even if you go back to the day of the CPP, that's what Unity Party did. Unity Party understand leverage. They knew that if they had made a case again, we are government people say, oh, you guys were there for 12 years. So what they did, they leveraged the collective will of the opposition and then asserted themselves as the one with most experience. So that way, when Labrin people say, oh, we want to question the CPP, they will be like, okay, but we got other opposition leaders there. So it looked like they are there, but Unity Party is indirectly running the show because for the fact that they will say, oh, we got seniority. But they knew that doing it alone wasn't going to go that far. So what they did, they leveraged the ANC, the Liberty Party, and guess what? They became successful in doing it. That's why I keep saying they know how to win elections, they know how to play politics. That's why they can appeal to the people. Even when they are doing the wrong thing, they understand the PR game, they know. They are not all over the place, they are very strategic. In the case of the other opposition leader, no. When was the last time all the opposition leaders had a major press conference in respect to that political party to bash this government for at least an hour on national radio and TV? Never. One day we hear from Chairmanability, we hear from here again the next 4 years about the budget, and we will not hear from Taiwan Congo. One day we come up with a broom and make a statement. That's why we are all over the map, and there is nothing coordinated here. So that's why Unity Party is having a free pass. Oh God.
Yeah, Lemon, you said something, and I just looking at Satu's statement, like the vice president, he get his spokesperson in the office. Why say he was so quick to come and speak?
That's why I say it's a son of guilt. It's a reverse psychology, reverse engineering.
But that's why we wait to see if there will be any investigation to be conducted. If they may will sit down there to get rat, but even this is not a government to say he will get rat in jail. There is nothing he can do. Even if those people, when they carry on investigation and they know somebody is behind this, it's just going to go like that. You see, like Mr. Kane said, if this lady, all the crimes she committed, she was behind. But if this government can take her from there, say, hey, don't mind how foolishness those people were talking, come and work in my government. What much more they can do? You say you're fighting drugs. People were arrested with drugs in the country, and you told them, say, leave the country, go by your business. Let it be here, they be causing noise. So if the vice president, if he's into something that had to do with what that man went to do today, you think what thing they will do? They will set that man free, and that whole thing will just go down some kind of way. So, like Mr. Kane said, this is time. Let's see what the opposition will do. Because if this were any other government, time like they on BBC News today,
No.
Unity Party will make sure this identical thing go on BBC News today.
There will be
if any other government, they are good at that. You see? Yes. Oh, this is the Unity Party. So we'll wait to see.
What happened?
Yes, thanks to you guys. We're back after the news break. I was just enjoying the lecture behind the scene. That was great. So back to that question, and you know, that's why when you and myself, people, there are a lot of people now that try to understand us when we come on this platform that will come here to talk about the ills. We're not come here to talk about your politics because there are a lot of them out there, Mark, that they are afraid. I don't know who they're afraid of. They won't do politics, but they don't want to do it. Some people, so you feel that the politics is for a certain group of people, allow them to do the politics. That's just it. Simple. Say you
Yeah,
want to be a
that's it. Saying you believe that politics for some people, then stay out. Don't confuse the voters because you can be. There's no part-time job in politics. You got to be ruthless in politics. You got to be consistent in politics. You attack your enemy, you identify your enemy, and you go after your enemy. There is no other way around it. You don't play safe in politics. You don't get mixed signal in politics. You cannot have an identity problem. One day you want to be with a cartel, another day you say you are a clean hand. No, it does not work. You keep confusing people. When you don't have the boss, then stay out. But when you want to go in, you are going in with both feet in the water. That's just why it is. And unfortunately, I don't see most of our political leaders. That is why. And one thing I noticed too, I think they have this issue of that confidence is not there. That you believe in yourself. Because someone who really believes in himself and tell you that I'm into politics, they're not going part-time. They're not playing Mr. Nice Guy. You can see it anywhere in the war. They are going for blast.
Even you can call about. I just want example. See, you can go back to that.
They are going for blast. They are in or they are out. They don't have a middle ground in politics, and that's where most of the problem keep coming from. One of the last one we heard from Clarence Manuba, even Simon from just recently. You don't need a budget. It's been 2 years. You're telling me you haven't been seeing all the ills happening in the country, all the rampant corruption. Why are you not talking? I heard him saying, okay, he will be the first to arrest the president if he's given power. Okay, it sounds good. It shows you like you're a tough guy. But your words have not been backed by action. How often do we even hear from you before talking about being the one to arrest a sitting president? You think people are going to buy into that narrative? No. You got to be vocal. You have to be consistent. You have to speak on every major issue. Then when you make a statement, people can say, yeah, you know what? They got the history is there. The records are there. You can't say that. But man, you got to see that because people have been seeking, he's been consistent throughout. Every single thing, he will be the first to blow the whistle. That's how you build credibility. We don't come from you after 6 months, you talk one time and we take the opportunity. No, you are a comedian, you are a joker. You ain't ready yet.
That's the part more. So in fact, more today, that's why you see something, the part of people, yes. These people, they will do everything that they will do to bully you. They will do everything that they will do to put fear in you. Let me tell you, that will fear tactics that makes it to even give up. You don't know that fear that made, but I didn't know even give up today. Yeah. They feel that these people they come and take up from first of all, when the guy made the statement, the former chief of staff, but then he said all the people say they want me to overthrow. Do you know what that means, huh?
But can you imagine the poor threatening the National Elections Commission, right? They threaten the party that are in power that control every level of government. Let me tell you something what they put did that I say, these guys, they really, really understand the game. They're going Nancy Doe barrier thing, right? Why you think they carry an empty coffin of President Samuel Doe saying that, they want to bury? No, it's all about bringing that anger out of politics. Maybe the people of Green Judah will get mad, That's what they were doing. So even in burial, they still politicize it. Because politics, like I said, it's not about what you know. It's all about how the public is going to interpret the information that's being given to them. And that's something Unity Party knows the most. Can you imagine? Because it was in the testimony that even Doe body was tossing the simple river, right? So why would you want to go and bring a body that already tossed away? Because they were doing it only for political purposes. What it means, go to Green Judah, you see a Nancy Doe in the Samuel Doe casket lying side by side. That's politics right there. Like Unity Party,
and
know the game.
I don't know why. Yeah, I can't come about Ali before you because you're coming and talk for your party. I don't know why the politician they always depending on the media. No, the media not political party. They're where they're getting most of these things wrong. The media only here to talk about the ills, to talk about all of these things that happen, the good and bad.
That's why you think that's not only the job of the media. Don't get it twisted. Just because you think that your institution choose to play middle ground to be fair and open and transparent, not every media institution out there subscribe that ideology. Some media houses, they only want to get contract from the government. They can do the government better. We see it. Even in the great America, we got liberal media, we got conservative media. They are already bought and paid for. So listening to them, you are just wasting your time. You're not learning nothing new because they are not there to give you the facts. They are there to spin and to convince you to be on one side. So don't get it twisted.
Yeah. And so, where are those former government officials yesterday that were talking, that were saying yesterday, as I don't know, actually called Dima yesterday, some of them were saying, like, in fact, even if I don't even lose power anymore. When they're working like people, people should watch it. Where are they today? Everything now is only all of the CDC people. They're only waiting for job where to come and put one picture, see them running away. ANC people do the same thing. Look, I mean, I don't waste my time on all of them when it comes to our politics. The party people will do what they would do. They will do any other thing to do, because you people feel that maybe their country only belong to only certain group of people, so they will do it. So say you now want to talk, say you're afraid maybe to do, or maybe for the react to even talk, maybe that radical way, say you're afraid, let them. You win election.
Yeah, Billboard, you said something that, oh yes, because of Sktv-Lib, we gave the election out to the Unity Party. That was not because of Sktv-Lib. You see, everything happened for a reason. We all know the Unity Party said for 12 years, when we took over, those people say, oh, we failed the country, we are not doing nothing. And just that what we say here, we saw how the politics were played, we saw how the propaganda were played. And today they have been giving the page, and people see how they are performing now today. And again, the way in which this government is proceeding, there is no rule of law. They have won election, but they stay angry. They stay vexed. I think when you win election, you're supposed to be focused to govern, to deliver. But instead, they are not delivering. They are only all over with anger, disrespect for rule of law. Do you really think if those people was to lose this election, if George Weah were to be re-elected, do you think you will really be sitting where you are today, the way in which we see those people running the country?
Nothing going to happen, but Ali, let me just agree
I
with
don't
you.
want to hear from you.
If Democrat tell us, let me just make this so that you understand. The reason I said that was because of other people voted for Unity Party because of fear that they feel that, in fact, CDC already, in fact, Henry Costa, for example, Henry Costa already made CDC to look bad and terrible. So other people look at it for that, no, but no need for me to go waste my vote. Let me just go give it to Joseph Walker. And that's how some people voted. And that was the fact. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying for you to go and rake it. No. But most of the George Weah can win, for example, win almost 14 counties out of the 15 counties. Then he ended up the opposition win neck to neck. That alone for me, I think that was bad communication for you people, and you people were only enjoying and only forgetting about doing it. Now today, even the same thing today. Where are you people today? Everybody waiting for George Weah to come out before everybody come out. And it's bad. Time for positions. You people will be campaigning your one position here, then your one, then your one that. But how many of you will sacrifice? But see the United Party people, what they are doing. Even though they just stayed not too long, they are mulling the water because they don't want you to see clearly. Simple. That's just strategy. They are doing all of these strategies so that you can see. So every time we want to talk about this, they will come and confuse you. We want to talk about the other one, they come and confuse you. What are
they doing? Yeah, those people, they are good at distraction. Yeah, the moment something happens when you're talking about it, the next day they bring something else. Like you saw what happened when the president traveled. Everybody knew that he was coming back to the country with empty hands. They don't want for people to talk about it. While they did, and they came up with LACC report, and they started running with Finabono and her dollar.
Yeah,
so when it comes to distraction, yes, they are good at that. And like why Mon just said here, when something happens, you're talking 2-3 days, you're leaving. But the Unity Party, when they're in opposition, they don't do it like that. When something happens, they will drag it to the longest. You see, for more, they make sure it's spread. But today, when something happens, we only talk about
even protest. Even when it costs for even protest. Look, can you imagine? People that are, in fact, are already having money. They were controlling things and more just stated. Look, my man, I want to do politics because to make. So most of the political party, even if I want to do party politics, maybe I'll just look at somebody, maybe the Unity Party, but I don't look. One thing that I hate in my whole life is for people to overlook people and make them to believe that the other thing that the person can do, you can do. No, for what?
Let me tell you.
Yes.
Let me tell you something in politics. When people, right, People love advocates. They love advocates. They love people who can stand on their behalf. Even if that person is not achieving things legislatively, they believe that when that person is on the line for them, fighting for them, someone is there that is seeking their interest. And comes election, it becomes a moral obligation for them to pay that person back with their vote. It's all about perception. When people believe that you are now a fighter, when they cannot trust you, no matter how brilliant your idea may sound, they're not going to vote for you because they themselves don't have that conviction that the guy will stand up for us. Look, let me tell you, I was watching the video. I said, Yega Koluba is a showman. Yega Koluba made a statement, and the way he can explain it, the Irish president can understand it. Yega Koluba said, oh, they're going to, they say I was a friend, right? When I said that criticize the president, they say, I'm angry, I'm crazy. But I won't be crazy for you. The whole play, whoa. No, it sounds simple. But let's know what he said. If they call me crazy, I will agree. I will take the label of being crazy, but at least I'm crazy for you. Now, how the Irish president going to interpret that the guy is fighting for me? And I'm talking about where in Sano County, where in the Southeast, that is statement he made. I'm not saying you should be Yega Koluba, but you got to give people the impression that you are there standing for them, that you are holding the government feet to the fire. And you can do it once in a while. It can be a once in a blue moon thing. It has to be consistent.
And there were today, thank God that in fact we've been talking about this, and there were today when you know, when I hear you and maybe sometimes talking about, oh yeah, that Liberian people changing. Look, nobody want to do market where bamboo draw thing here and there. That's the thing. Look at Uganda today. Look at Bobby One. Our father Bobby One at the time. See, there's a latest video about some kind of situation that even happened not too long. But Bobby One still remain strong and said, no, I will stand up for my people.
Yep.
How many of our politicians here today that can stand up? And in fact, that's how Henry Costa going to be like. If only not going to be back and forth, going up and down, regretting.
But why are you going that far? Your former president, Madam Salih, you know how consistent she was? From being put in prison from the 80s. Do you know what it means for a woman to stand up to a military regime and challenge them? People see her like, you know what, there's a fighter. And at the end of the day, just post what Labro, who became the president, who became the front runner? It was Ellen. And not because she built anything for Labro, but no, people saw her as an advocate, as a fighter, someone that was challenging a military regime. And guess what? She became president for 12 years. That's just basic human psychology. When you stand up for people on election day, they will stand up for you. But when you are timid, you are cold, you are weakling, you show sign of inconsistency, we don't hear from you. Election day, you will carry small numbers. That's it. No magic to it.
Among this issue about this guy that was arrested today, there are some big things behind it. Like I'm getting some unconfirmed report here that this guy is the son-in-law to the vice president.
Yes, that's the unconfirmed news that myself
yes.
I'm also getting.
So if this is the vice president's son-in-law, then something is happening somewhere.
You know what's up. Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I said. This guy will not just be brave enough to walk over there
to say you're going to free someone.
To go free somebody that were arrested with drugs. So we wait to see their more story to come out. Yeah, we're just hearing that the vice president's son-in-law. So more to come. But like we said, if there were any other governmental day now, when you turn into BBC News, it will be on the news now.
But Aliu, it is in a government. I can tell you, even the CMC right now, it is all Liberians' right to stand up, to talk, to assemble, and the only thing don't assault people, don't attack people, but it is your right to stand up, to assemble, and to talk to your leaders about issues. But you know, like we just talking about some of these things, right, in passing. And let me frame, maybe one day we'll just make the entire thing as topic about the Liberian politics today. Because there are a lot of people who think that, oh yeah, Liberians, you know, they don't want to make the change, they want to beat the rest out. No. Where are they right now? Are they not beyond the Musa Assembly? They are seeing up and down, the man is moving back to back, in fact, walking with them. They accept, in fact, they're moving. Liberian men don't want to see you laying down to your office and you be commanding them. No, they will not come around you. They will not be with you. They will only maybe eat your money or something that they want to do, but they will not want to be that close to you. But Liberian politics, quickly before maybe another thing will go to the line, is always on this kind of issue where people think that it's just about bread and butter issues. Few people just say that and just conjure the people take the money and go let them go. Right now, I will speak. All of hardcore CDC former officials, most of them are here. You have any trouble more. But they want the same guys yesterday that they neglected. Yesterday to go out there and be talking. Tell me, how you want a guy to stand up to go and talk when you were in power yesterday? You don't even in fact, you're not able to even organize little tournament or even get together. You're not able to even organize that. We say when you politicians, so they are all useless. They'll just come around and just use the young people and they go away. That's why some of them will not let politics me. I come here, I can't here for normal politics. If I want to do politics, you will know. I will wear the party shirt from Monday to Sunday. I will tell you. In fact, the way you see me talking like this, so if I really want to be politician, you know what I mean? I will talk more than this because it is politics is just about you do me, I do you. How come it's so you can't be doing me every time?
Next guy finish last. Even the dating world, we're looking for a woman, the one who can be the nice guy, the one that can finish last, the woman will get use you.
I know,
Nice guys don't go far in life. But anyway, that's what hear from our people. Yeah.
So those people who think about politics, everything won't come back. Those are people they say John Brown coming back, Peter Paul coming back. Anyway, you'll be joking. You think politics
the party is so into propaganda that the people in power in the state get talk show. Western government minister of future they have.
Go ahead. Yeah, more way. Yeah, go ahead.
This is very quick. Yesterday, someone President and Joseph Waka, they said Jamaica result was the biggest ghetto in Liberia. But not a day, any associate of President William was caught with drugs. The last time I checked, we were on a campaign trail. We're in one campaign. They have something training on the internet. They said, in the owner have been arrested at the Liberia major airport, RIA. They have been arrested at RIA with drugs. And in the first year, we all were standing together. The woman said, look at my woman, Joey. I wait the Bush is arrested me in Moreover with drugs. I said, you will know you in the party people now. These guys, they will make up eyes. They will find all kind of means to put a line up there. And because we're calling so vulnerable, whatever you say, put on research. They will just roll with it.
I mean, the first news that come out is gone. I want to just leave it on. Any other thing you did say, and as well damage control, nobody cares.
Yeah, what really says I'm gonna pray to go over there to go get money. Jeremiah was not involved with that issue. And people, every contact to us, Jeremiah was a Yemo organ seller. He had an organ and sell it on a country. Jeremiah was to this day, and that never come up to clear the airway to say, oh, what contact say about me? And that I said, but Jeremiah brought somebody here who was not a doctor.
All right.
All kind of surgery and kill people.
All right. Thank you, my dear brother. Elijah, though. Today's call up, good evening. Yeah, thank you, my sister, for always joining us.
Discussion. The any part of the discussion, Chai is saying, this is the time that our leader, the opposition, especially CDC, is supposed to come around. This is the time they're supposed to come around to organize those program as you talk about. Many you now that say they are not to organize the direct vocational school. People are crying for. Nobody say can put one line and share money, but they are not doing it. They're sitting down. Waiting until when they turn come for election, they at that time who will listen to you?
They're waiting for John. We are going to use.
Who will listen to you? I won't want into somebody in the government what we're waiting for.
Oh, my web they come in the last thing I'm on.
Or we little pay money, you to the on the place. And the person is in the government when I self notice for us to move because they were not for we are. Up to now, we can't see any of the area. Me, I can always say, you labor, you waste weight, time for voting. You see how the land can be tedious. People pushing one another, people fighting on the land. So we'll drop a share on land for somebody to enjoy that after they forget about me, I think you let's all.
All right, Mama. Thank you. Keep your calls coming 07702033125. That's the number to call this evening. How to say on the Sktv. What they have been doing politics. We're ready for political discussion here for you with some of you. Hello, today's caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
This is the voice of the Commonwealth Chairman and PSI, General Secretary of the Sheffield. Can I provide no information on how guy with the just issue?
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Okay, all right. The guy, in fact, is not the first time. This guy made.
Oh, all right. You go off the line. I hope that you will call back or PSI. Keep your calls coming 0770-203125. That's the number. How to say this evening on the SKTV show. Those of you also on the WhatsApp, you know, all of the things that we're saying today, not only for CDC and all the unit party, also ANC, all of you, the opposition political parties, and so for most of you that are even supporting all of the political parties, it's scary. In fact, all of you. Hello to those callers. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, but brother, I'm okay. I thank God for that. Go ahead.
Yeah, long time I've not talked on radio. It have taken me more than 3 years. I need to get my boots.
Okay, that's good. Thank God at least maybe our radio will be the first. Go ahead.
Yeah, what you guys talking right now, I commend you guys. Thank you to try to be said in people's head that they would know. Not only election time people can come and run. The lead time I say you start doing your underground work. Although the other people, they are making it country to be like a lie. Kenya, they run it all over lie. We see, we are watching them. When they tell us now what they are doing. So we pray that people who think they get the country at heart, they should be able to go and start helping other people. Like my sister, they never depend money. Oh yeah. Be able to work, do vocational school there.
Yeah, empower your own people.
Other things and talk to them.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, people.
God
bless you guys.
Thank you, my dear brother. Keep your calls coming. That one that yeah, some of you, yeah. 0770-203125. That's the number to call. Hello, today's caller. Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, I'm James.
Yeah, James, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm James. Calling from Bicano.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, you know, the government pretend to lie to people and they're not doing the right thing. And people just afraid to talk it. What you afraid of? The problem is treating you bad, they look at it and say that good people, you can pray somebody who wicked. So when the authority is wicked people are pure, they will sit down, will look at it, will see it, that good thing because they are part of party. We're not running party. You running country, not you dream of party. And we just running behind the country. I apply for college. When you apply for college, so be working, shopping, see the confidence. But then when we come, they feel a friend who are doing cartoon and marvel to work. You know, I told you for college and in that job. Why are you a teacher and not doing this? And they won't be for the club.
Well, thank you, my dear brother. Yeah, thank you so much. Let me move straight to Brother Louis. Mama Louis in law, so what happening?
Yeah, the seminar, the workshop. I'm developing something. I will post it on your show.
Monk, your man is back.
And then I follow the show.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I'd like to commend you. I really like to commend you. You understood Unity Party outrightly. I like to say hi to Masalea. I like to say hi to Monk. Monk also portrays you as well. Listen, politics is about taking a stance. Today, they don't look. Just let me to a historical lines of it. The second biggest protest in our country was the June 7th, one of the Unity Party. 1979, my father told me that was the biggest first. The second was June 7th, Unity Party were involved. Remember, I said it to you all the time. Political party is not a political church or political mosque. The Unity Party, what they did to CDC in 1 year, 8 months, CDC didn't do it to them.
Exactly.
The VIP lodge. It's a president, and we are the presidential laws. They say for only president, visit the president coming and Waka. The EPS signed with the former president we are. They withdrew nearly everybody were in, only left the guy in the court and the long range guy all left from behind him. The collected speaker Kofa, the third man in the country. They put him behind bars with Abu Kamai, they say Sibo, they arrest for the other lawmaker and this now. They influenced the headquarter removal. They were behind the influence. What they have done to, and there are a lot more to come. We're not praying for it, but they are ruthless. Their strategy, they just pay the McLean. They just pay the monthly for that billing. I listened to Sekou Duplet from the port. He said what the Mississippi Unity Party group did, they were unable to make the headquarters. They will not say that they more Ali, Wakaja, the rest of the Unity Party group will not sit down and go out with all and headquarters. Mississippi group 12 years sat here with all and headquarters. So the guys are not joking. Dillon were in the news. They're not talking about being re-elected. Dillon were in the advocacy. You have to talk. You don't have to necessarily have money. You see, Mr. Military, he went from captain to captain. You have to take the bull by the horn. Unity Party has that ability to they prepare for long the people.
But you'll be radical. Keep on
They get the academic group, they get the political wing, they get you have to be robust. You cannot be quiet. They take on you. I mean, it's now a right thing. Politics is the act of the possible. What you can do right now as we speak. I said it, we're not in 2029. The opposition have to have a consolidated, united front. Unity Party will go there to hustle. They already get NRD. I heard somebody get headquarters in San Kode or Ganta for them to pay. They will want to hustle the other party. The opposition have to come on a united front. You can't wait until 1 year. You should be doing things now, liability and all the people. You have to talk. See me from my own spoken on the budget of list. Or later, when you talk on the budget, you're not speaking regularly. You have to look for all their lapse and deficiency. What the period is that they were highlighting CDC lapse and deficiency. CDC lapse and deficiency. Those messages continue to ring in the people here. That's how you can get to the ring of power.
Oh.
Don't forget me talking about don't do the country can point Cameroon point, Tanzania point, Africa point, Sierra Leone, Nigeria point. So the country will not point. That Masale was saying, you know what, we're happy. Why we're happy? Put your boots on the ground. Do not wait for the 11 hour and highlight the Unity Party deficiency and mistakes.
All right, thank you so much. And that's the fact. When you're beating, you should be with white matching. Why is that 1%? Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor, and your co-host in the diaspora. I'm Peter Tarikas, our governor under the feel like Eloy John David. Neighbor, God does not sleep. The real God did us. Are now coming out. See, just a month, one kind of government is characterized with a group of drug dealers that have been and are clearly proven on several occasions. They have been to the DA, and now this has been flicked under the feet of the past president, Jeremiah Kuhn. So Jeremiah Kuhn is not an exceptional. These are the people that contaminate and polluting, and then the youth with this narcotic drugs that are being imported by them. And that's one of the major sources of their income. They are the guys of farmer wicked. And that's why we articulated to our Liberian people yesterday that once you bring these people to power, you are bringing calamity to yourself. And the calamity is all over the land. And lastly, maybe I think people have just said it all. The opposition really need to work up. And that's why I very admired Honorable Yeka Korba. You want to expose the government. You want to the submission because that is one of the major even that these guys are being lying to the Liberian people that can't leave from here, go to Maryland and come at the Indies. But they are being disgraced and somewhat exposed by Yeka Korba. And that was very good on his part. Today, nobody can tell us that, oh, the road is being and a pit. In fact, just that you must work at, that's one number I can say that.
All right, thank you, Chairman. Let's move to the next caller. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, people.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah, oh, yeah. The common people check, but.
Yeah. All right, this is the common people.
Well, I always system.
Yeah. But you know, we are common people, we don't have the cash.
Oh, God.
Let me go to provide information I will never provide when I went off.
Well, brother.
This guy is Scotty is the one who's selling food. It's Scotty.
Okay, allegedly though.
This king guy is Scotty who was arrested
earlier. You're talking about Clifford Pine?
Yeah, please.
Okay, Clifford Pine or Pine or anyone. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when they are Scotty were arrested, they have necessarily them robbing the DA guy to release the guy, and they were hesitant. So that guy was being arraigned before court. I he went there. So the guy said, well, they come here alone to grab all, maybe they spotted it and your paper would just say, yeah, you grab the judge or lawyer or whoever to get a case thrown away to free his country. So that they had a tip. He said, you not leave. So there where the altercation came about. So after the information, let me lay my own political talk. I had to one thing, the vice president made a statement, he was still, he was dying, pregnant. But this vice president is not a credible witness. Therefore, you are all travel get and be a witness. This vice president in 2023, when you appear on OK before it's so much stuff, before you can put your agenda.
Man, nothing in a liquor talk. Yeah, man.
He was affiliated with the CDC. When you went to see you, the vice president said the current president brain was going down.
Okay, that describes all of that thing past ever since.
Okay, all right, let me just conclude quickly. There's one incident. This vice president is being accused some kind of official of doing bad things. For instance, Transparency International said the vice president took a $1 million and put it in his own clinic and better in his clinic.
Okay. All right, tomorrow I'm going to bring all the men profile. Come on, people, chairman. Let me take another call. Today's caller, good evening.
And I want to say good evening to Monk and all the panelists on the show tonight. This is the voice of Papa Deepa Nigeria, and our first was telling to be inside the country or without that really something I asked you about neighbor. Let me first appreciate you guys tonight for the talking point. My attention brings to the issue of the opposition. In order for opposition to win, come to the now, I think we have to unite. Because to win a system government, it requires a single task. And as you say, and all of say, opposition, they don't need to sit some money and put their hands between their legs. We have to work on our feet, put down that electoral target, and engage all those places that we see in a market is necessary to push us out to people to the current reality. So that's and simple right now is
they won't be sitting then when you're going maybe into the budgets and when you're finished hustling for the vote, everything by the time they win, then they can't enjoy again. All right.
My research, we have 3 electoral politics in Liberia. My research. 1 is Lima County, 2 is Lufa, 3 is Grand Basso. For most of our country is considered to be a single battleground. So
all right, quickly to the last caller, don't go to the WhatsApp line. We take a few calls, we cross over to our team. Hello to this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. This is Sonia. I call from to be precise, number 3.
Thank you, my uncle, for joining us from Grand Bassa. Go ahead.
Yeah, Labour, they draw the new talking from time to time, and they draw the can't finish. You know, the comment as we all see what they are doing when it comes to the joy of this thing. They can only blame the common people. But the common people that their hair is into the thing here. Somebody drop it to see. Every time you see that, when the president when you sort of draw a cat, one charge on that cat, that should not play, one should not play that cat, that's different thing. So we need to go along with it. Then in the fire to really check no government official when their cars are parking. Or when their cars are moving from country.
Who will check who? Because I like that, but who will check who? That's the thing. You're right. You're saying a very good point, but who's going to check who? Are you going to check the people?
The same thing I say can check the people then when it's somewhere. We can check the people then. Well, group I was saying, you know, when they're opening their cars and things, what they do, they are giving things to people, they are accumulating, they give it, they call, they give it, they all bullshit. All
you can find what's in that inside at the temple.
All right, thank you for joining us from Grand Bassa, the WhatsApp line been busy. So let me see what I can take few calls from the WhatsApp line. Yeah, I think Mohammed Dollar, Mr. Dollar to also try calling. Let me see quickly what I can get him back on the WhatsApp line. Yeah, please let me get yeah, all right. So Mr. Dollar is live already with us here. Yeah, Mr. Dollar, good evening. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good evening, Maple. I want to thank you, man. You guys are doing well. But how do you come back drugs when the vice president himself is involved in this kind of activity? How do you combat that drugs? We see this. Drugs doesn't come from the sky and fall in Liberia, right? It comes through the border. So those people that govern this country, these are the same people that bring in the drugs, but the common people suffer. Innocent brothers and sisters and daughters of this country are suffering because of the leadership we have. So the vice president, he can say whatsoever he wants to say today. He's well because the guy was using his office name for this drug dealer to be released. So that is very troublesome.
Wow.
The vice president keep on saying he's trying to distance himself. Distance yourself, that doesn't mean you are lying well.
Well.
So, but I want to thank you guys for the show. You're doing well, but investigate it.
Yeah. So quickly, Mr. Dollar, before you go, politics. How you see politics? With a lot of fear tactics and that, even though we make this as a topic, but politically, people are always saying, yeah, you know, the party is strong, and the other political party, they are all weak.
Political party, they just put a propaganda, they put a propaganda, they lie. You can lie to win an election, but you cannot lie to lead the people. That's the problem we're facing in Liberia. There was a lot of misinformation out there. So they came to govern, they're not even ready. They are angry. They won election, they are still upset. But to now say he's not well, that needs to be investigated regarding he's the vice president of our country.
All right.
Because this guy was using his office to say this drug dealer should be released. And the DEA said, look, this is the guy that's trying to get for Hatan. The videos are there.
All right.
Evidence. So the vice president needs to come out clean.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Dollar. Let me go to the other WhatsApp caller. To this caller, good evening. Hello, my dear. How you doing? Yes, we getting you. Let me see. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we're getting you.
Yeah, I listened to the conversation and I decided to call in. I understand that, you know, everybody right now, the interest for opposition to fight back, to come back together and whatsoever. I remember during the Unity Party time when they were in opposition. It wasn't only Unity Party that was fighting CDC.
No.
It was not only Unity Party. The online news, online the moon, which one of those is Sktv. Sktv and other online news, they were all on the internet fighting CDC. Fighting. And knowing that this particular group, they are corrupt, they are intolerant, they are all arrogant. People were on Sktv defending them. And today, they see Sktv, some people on Sktv calling, oh, why CDC can, why no. CDC will fight back when it's time for them to fight back. But they're not going to follow, oh, because everybody crying. No, because for one fight, people thought the nonsense United Party was bringing, it was only going to be affecting sedition. But out of everything now, people are saying that the entire country going through the rag.
All right. Thank you.
I just want to say, to you, Bill, my brother, CDC will get ready, and when they get ready,
but quickly.
Somebody on the talk show, they will not go against CDC again. Thank you.
No, but Quickly before I take leave of you, what say you with other officials also too that are also benefited from the CDC government? Most of them are quiet. What happening?
Well, that's what sedition in their own way because they have their own chat room to discussing that. But nobody want to put pressure on the CDC government because they are the powerful opposition to come and attack United Party. No, United Party right now, we're giving them a chance for them to put on their own front.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, sister. So we gotta go, but Ali, what say you? We have to go. Yeah, I think I listen to all of the callers. What say you, got Ali? You know, it's interesting.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you, even though you're a little bit distant. I don't know from the phone or, but go ahead.
You getting me loud and clear now?
Yes, go ahead. At least you are much better. No time. We gotta go.
Yeah, thank you and thanks to all the callers. You see, just like the last caller said, on CDC, we are looking at the unity party because those people, Liberian people, are seeing for themselves. Everything that was wrong yesterday that they criticized us for, but then they are doing times 10. So I will say United Party, they are running CDC campaign. Because there is nothing tomorrow you will tell the Liberian people that you're cheap. Nothing different people have done. Because everything you're criticized us for yesterday, you people are doing times 10. You see? And like we are working, we are doing what we're supposed to do. And the movement next year, where our political leaders do a country tour, and then we'll start to do what we are planning to do. But we are looking at the United Party, we like the way in which they are proceeding. And like the other caller said, the opposition, for me, this year for opposition to wait last minute to town, or maybe 2028 to say we are coming to join together, it makes no sense to me. This is not that all the opposition, if you already know what this government they are doing it is wrong, just have to emerge as soon as possible. Instead of waiting for last minute to start 2029 or 2028 to say, oh, it is time for us to emerge. This is time for us to get together as opposition. You bring your party ideology and you bring mine. We see how we can bring together and make a strong comeback. You see, but instead of waiting for 2028 to emerge is not going to be good for the opposition leaders. This is time we need to glue together. Join the United Party at that time. They were putting CDC fit to the fire. It is time that all opposition get together at one and put the government fit to the fire. But despite of them doing it, we CDC immediately 2026, Liberian people will see the different side of CDC. We are not coming to fight, but we know what we are going to do to put the government on the track. If they can't do, if they can't on the track, know what to do next. So thanks to all the callers. God bless Liberia. We'll see.
Yeah, thank you so much, my dear brother. We see you on tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God. We just pass through with these things to tell most of you who are into the political parties here and there who think that maybe you love or you love or you like your political party so much, or even somewhere you can't easily defend. You can't even defend your own political party that you say you like, but you will come and be insulting people about it. But no, go to your political party and defend your own political party among people, even on the internet. To where you were. Look, you know, the thing that really getting to me is that some of you say you want to do politics, but you're afraid to do politics. You know, that one I hear of Ali there, Steve and all of Mr. Kanye crying in Donald Trump. No need to cry in Donald Trump because Donald Trump, from the day that Donald Trump was voted out, they mainly talking until they make him out of power. Sometimes you gotta grab something. You're not going for nobody. You are nobody going to war. You are nobody going by arm. You're not going by gun here and there for people to come and bring water to. No. But you can discuss the issues. You can organize people. You can organize tournaments. You can organize so many things that you can do just so that people can know that you're around. But don't wait until time for election. Even though these things, maybe we even discuss with the issue of political parties. Some of the political parties, you know, got to go to referendum. For me, I always call it on all of us Liberians. Let's go to referendum and be able to choose if the 4 or 5 political parties will get. Let's have the four political parties, because even the electoral system is corrupt. Why you have only one political party on the ballot paper? Long for Nima County. How would my grandmother vote? I should not even know who they didn't vote for. So the system already been corrupted. Yeah, man, we gotta go back.
Why it make no sense for opposition leader to sit and wait for 2027 or 2028 before they start speaking? So it is already late. If the United Party joining the people, you can speak now till 2028. Then the people will say, why are you coming now? Just leave all that join one for all. So it is time that opposition leader have to really stand up and see what they can do. They can't wait for 2028. So it will show that when you come to the city, you are coming to do.
Well, thank you so much, Mandela brother. Good night to all of you, our viewers, those of you who are listening to us via the radio. Want to say thanks to all of you. Good night from our end here in Liberia. We see you on tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God. I'm Johnson Maybon Kula. Thanks to Mr. Colin, Monk, and that brother Ali Rabenaran, who will be with you on tomorrow. Love Liberia, think Liberia, and build Liberia. Good night from our end.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Following our people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the promise of them. The work with my life without again.
A lyrical
Master.
Play body so make you I can't Sktv benyo. Say my journey, tina ke ase my jamo. Engi sano money, emu aye yo. Engi lova money, emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
Ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena kwanagli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena kwanagli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena napagi ya tumale, Sktv, ena napagi na, tosi wako maya tumale, yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Following our people who willing to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside to Raji to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.